In 2012, Leslie Cunningham was just 26 years old, living and working in Florida. That year, tingling sensations down her spine spurred her to see a neurologist. An MRI revealed the unthinkable: lesions on her brain and spinal cord. The diagnosis: multiple sclerosis, or MS, a chronic autoimmune disease that affects the central nervous system. A diagnosis that would change Leslie's life forever, and in some unexpected ways.
My initial reaction when I first got diagnosed was pure hysteria. Like, I was just crying, and I was scared, and I was sad, and I just was completely shocked and surprised, and I felt lost, and I felt alone, and I thought that my entire life was just going to be completely different than what I thought it was going to be and what I wanted it to be.
As Leslie processed what the diagnosis meant for her and her future, she couldn't help but ask herself, why her?
I did not have an easy life up into the diagnosis. I dealt with a lot of struggle, specifically with my mom and her health. I had to grow up really fast. I had some moments in my life where I can look back and think, oh my God, like, I don't know if that was what caused this, my body attacking itself. I was angry. I just was like, I cannot believe I've already gone through all of these things, and then in fighting other people's battles, it's like, oh, now I have to fight for myself, for my health, for my life. So, yeah, I was pissed.
But that's what you did.
Yeah.
Leslie's first fight would be finding the right treatment. At the time of her diagnosis, the only treatment options were injections. Leslie's treatment required self-administered injections every other day. The side effects, fevers, aches and pains, and the dread of feeling ill were physically and emotionally unsustainable. Research revealed a new treatment option, Aubagio, an oral treatment. After one neurologist denied Leslie's request for a prescription, Leslie called another.
And I said, I want to get on Aubagio. Like, I want to do an oral. I'm not doing these injections. I'm not doing them right. I would never give myself a full dose of it because I couldn't function. And he was much more understanding, but I did have to seek him out and tell him, this is what I want to do. And I was one of the first commercial patients on that drug in the United States. Giving myself a shot and taking a once-a-day pill was a monumental change. Like, it's totally different. I didn't feel like a sick person anymore. I felt normal.
Little did Leslie know that taking Aubagio would catalyze a series of events that would change her professional life, too. When a sales representative for Genzyme, the manufacturer of Aubagio, learned Leslie was taking the treatment, Leslie was asked to tell her story at a launch meeting for the new drug. She was so effective, she was asked to take part in a program to promote Aubagio for Genzyme.
I piloted the program, the MS Ambassadors program, and I traveled all over the country. I did over 100 speaking engagements, and I met MS patients all over the place, all different shapes and sizes and ages, and it was an amazing experience. It was humbling. It was scary too and emotional because I saw what the disease could do, but I also saw, the fight and just the inspiring people that face this disease every day.
With no traditional pharmaceutical sales experience, Leslie later landed a job with Genzyme, traveling around the country selling the oral treatment that changed her MS experience. After a year on the road, Leslie took a chance and applied for a permanent position.
And I moved from Florida to New York City to take over the territory right outside, and have an amazing apartment in Chelsea. And it's been a crazy ride, and it has changed my life, like, completely. I don't even recognize it from 5 years ago when I was diagnosed with MS, for the better. I would tell myself as a newly diagnosed MS patient that it's going to be okay, and you're going to be able to do the things that you want to do. And I would tell her not to be so scared, that you can fight it, and you will, and it's going to be great.